Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak, where last episode, our nighttime exploration of Langport continued as we swept the citizens before coming across our own way, who after our duel wished to watch Van work, joining up with us in our cheetah search. This started a second sweep due to his interactions with the locals as we continued chatting. Heard about the fight at the dock. Glad to see you didn't get injured. I bet that Gecko style came in handy. Speaking of which, is your sword dancing based on your swordsmanship? That's random. Well, I guess I never really thought about it. I just follow my instincts when I dance. I haven't been to the Gecko dojo in ages, so if my moves are influenced by it, then it's all ingrained. Your natural talent is on another level. But that's all the more reason why I need to polish my skills as much as possible. I'm going to surpass you one of these days. Just you wait. Hey, good luck with that, bud. But Aaron took care of a bunch of good-for-nothings again. Must have downed them all with his Gecko style. Oh, you've gone back to the same dialogue. Fancy seeing you here, Aaron. I can't remember the last time I saw you show up twice in one day. Well, I'm not here to perform, so sorry if I got your hopes up. I found some other entertainment for the night. But if the mood strikes me, I'll drop by and take the stage again. Alright, I forgot that you were normally busy at night, or rather occupied might be the more accurate term. Either way, you should consider stopping by if you can. The last time you performed at night, the crowd was in love with you. You were especially popular with middle-aged men. Wait, for real? I mean, of course I was. I'm loved by all types. Especially popular with middle-aged men. Aaron. Beloved by the demographic. Do you recognize me too? No, you generally did not have new dialogue. There might be someone else who has new dialogue under a store sign, but we definitely see new dialogue right here. Yeah, what's up, Aaron? What you doing with that handyman bastard? We were all just talking about grabbing a bite to eat. Want to ditch this loser and hang with us? Pass. I want to keep an eye on the old fart while he's doing his job. Might learn a thing or two. I getcha. Recon's important and all. I'll keep that in mind while I'm guiding people around. Well, good luck with your mission, Aaron. Catch you later. Wish you could have joined us, though. Tell you what, the old fart's probably going to wrap up soon, so I'll join up with you guys after that. I think an all-out celebration is in order after we kick the crap out of those outsiders. When I get there, let's call over some hot chicks and chill. Better stop calling me old fart, you little bastard. Hell yeah, tonight's going to be wild. I'm excited to hear all the fun stories about the handyman. I haven't seen those outsiders around here lately. I think they really might be gone for good. Time to celebrate. We're going to start with the party once you're done with your thing, Aaron. Let me know when you're ready. Can't wait to hear Aaron's stories tonight. I also like gathering info while on guide duty, but he's way better at that than me. He always pairs up with the best people and has the juiciest stories to tell. How does he do it? We're going to wait around and kill time. Aaron's never done us wrong. Following that guy always leads to some interesting shit.
Let me ask you something.
You want to know about Samson and Richie? Those guys are a couple of shithead cheaters. I lost to them big time. But that's how the ball bounces, I guess. Cheating's only cheating if you get caught in the act. It's on me for losing, but there's something they did that got me pretty upset. What did they do? Did they do you dirty? Tell me. I'll avenge you if they did. Thanks, Aaron. I'm not mad about anything they did in the match. I'm upset that they broke a promise they made. Before the match, they said that if I went broke and couldn't cover my losses, they'd only make me pay what I had on me. Then after I lost, they did a heel turn and said I had to give them everything I had and then some. They told me if I couldn't fork over the cash, they'd put me to work at the Mezzaldam Trading Company. What, are you freaking kidding me? So that's where Almata comes into the picture. After that, I called up Sei and Huang and borrowed the mirror I needed from them. They came in clutch for me. If I wasn't broke out of my ass, I bet money that there are others who got suckered by those sniveling bastards. I'm gonna murder those assholes. Any idea where they're holed up? I think they said they were staying at the Kowloon Hotel. They told me to head there if I wanted some revenge. Oh, I'll be getting some revenge, alright. Instead of dealing out cards, we'll be dealing out ass kickings. Yeah, not happening. You're supposed to be watching me do my thing. So quit trying to call the shots. That's my job. Fine. Better hurry the hell up, though. If you start taking your sweet ass time, I'm bailing. Got it? Sure, do whatever you want, bud. Anyway, we still don't know enough about these guys. I'm gonna head to Newtown and do some snooping around. You coming with? Sure, whatever. What is this quest? This quest is actually do sweep everywhere again. So, where we headed? To the Kowloon Hotel. I want to ask the receptionist there some questions. I should be able to get plenty of info out of them since Heiwei's my client. I'm sure they want this Almata mess cleaned up nice and quickly. They're probably kicking themselves for letting the Mafia in the door. It's their fault for underestimating outsiders. So we've got them to deal with as well as those cheaters. If they really are doing illegal gambling, then we may need some backup. I might call up a couple of experts I know. What kind of experts are we talking about? You'll find out soon enough. The Sweepening. Nighttime. Part 2. At least this time we're not double sweepening, because Aaron's with us, I guess. Now, where did Maxime run off to? I thought I saw him earlier, but I think it might have just been a lookalike. This might be tougher than I thought. But I'm not giving up. If there's a story to tell about him, then darn it, I'm gonna tell it. I'll do whatever it takes to bridge the gap between me and Dingo. Didn't have much to say.
Let's see what we've got.
Doesn't know there's any good info here. No jobs on the board. Guess I didn't check out the other town's board. Alright, let's get chatting. I promised my son I'd spend time with him, but I fell asleep. I feel terrible. Park is a peaceful retreat from the noisy hustle and bustle of the city. Maybe that's why I get so sleepy every time I come here. Poor dejected child. Mummy only just woke up now. She must have been really sleepy. We've got the same bedtime, though. Yep. That's going to cause us some issue. Whenever I gaze at the lights of Langport, I think back on the time when I ran all those businesses. Langport went through some hard times when I was a young lad. As the city was being put back together, my companies flourished. Over the years, I passed all of them on to the younger generation. Except the sauna. That's still an important business to me. In fact, I think I'll go check in on it tonight. Phew, I'm beat. I can't even muster the energy to close up shop. Meanwhile, that pasta guy over there is still full of vim and vigor. How in the heck is that noodlehead not drop dead tired? He has a mission that he has chosen to accept.
How's some pasta sound?
There's nothing in the world that rivals this evening view, except pasta, of course. Did you know that pasta pairs work excellently with wine? Perhaps you should consider taking a swig and a slurp as you relax and enjoy the night sky. It's quite fortuitous that the shivering breeze is carrying the scent of olives. Those who are seeking warmth will no doubt be drawn here.
Hey there. What'll it be?
Just checking.
See ya.
Welcome.
I recently learned Elaine and I are from the same hometown. She's been very encouraging to me. She told me that even though Eastern cuisine isn't popular back home, my dishes would win them over. My dream is to open up a new branch of Elaine so that they can be exposed to and ultimately accept Eastern culture. So you and Elaine grew up in the same place, huh? You should know that there'll be a tall order. Some of the people there have got some serious prejudice against Eastern culture. Not just them, but it's full of jackasses who turn their nose up at our culture. Doesn't matter if they've never had an Eastern dish in their life, they'll shit on whatever you serve just because they aren't used to it. I know, that's why when I do open a restaurant, I want to start them with something simple. People back home may have some preconceived biases, but if they get hooked on our food, they'll grow to love it for sure. Elaine gave me that piece of advice, among others. I mainly wait tables here, but the head chef has been teaching me all kinds of recipes in our downtime. I know the people of my hometown are prejudiced, but I'm sure our dishes will win them all over. I'll open a restaurant there, and in time the people will come to embrace Eastern culture.
What can I do for you? See you again.
Eastern cuisine is delicious.
Darren's a sweet guy and all, but he's about as energetic as a bear in hibernation. He's also a bit of a wimp. Hawkeye passed out right in front of me when he saw a dried bat at a food stall. I want to eat something from there, but he practically begged for us to come to this restaurant again, so here we are. Phew, I'm poop. We did a heck of a lot of walking around, so I'm just about ready to hit the sack. Katyusha's a lively gal, but being dragged from place to place can be a little draining. This light dinner ought to perk me up, and I can go relax in my hotel room and sleep like a rock. Light dinner? Like, do you know what light means? In that regard? I hope you enjoyed your meal earlier. You're a friend of Elaine's, correct? Then you're a friend of mine as well. I owe her a great deal. I come from Long Lai. My goal was to serve their dishes to more people, so I decided to open up a restaurant in a place that tourists flock to. Ah, so it was Long Lai food. Guess Elaine was right on the money. No wonder the taste was so familiar. If I'm remembering right, the lineage over there is pretty far removed from Heiwei. Must be a pain. Yes, that has caused me no end of trouble. That's why I call upon the guild when I'm in a pickle. Elaine's been a great help on that front. If she weren't here, Heiwei would have walked all over me. That's why I'm forever indebted to her. I decided to repay her with my cooking. My experience working at the inn in Long Lai has proved to be invaluable during my stay in Langport. However, the distance between Heiwei and me is as wide as the ocean. The conflicts are never ending. I don't know what I do about the braces in Elaine. Like dinner equals plate bigger than your head? You've got it. You can translate. Hello, Aaron. I heard you got into a fight. Again. I'm surprised to see you walking around with a Spriggan after that. You really are at the mercy of impulse, aren't you? Shut up. Quit being a horse's ass. Why is it so hard for you to mind your own damn business? Did you forget that you're my pupil? How dare you talk to me like that? You're in a strict need of some discipline. Every member of the Gecko School is supposed to hold themselves to a higher standard of blah, blah, blah. Okay, good talk. Lesson learned and all that. Gotta bounce. Oh, no, you don't. You are not getting out of this one, Aaron. If you keep getting into these fights, then I'm just going to have to keep lecturing you. One of these days, you're going to hurt the people around you if you continue along this path. I mean it when I say I don't want that to happen to you, so please just try and think before you act, okay? No. Can't talk to you from there. Those stupid chairs, stupid stools, man. What are these stools? They're kneeling stools, right? Because if you sit on them, you come up to like your chin would be at desk level. It'd be ridiculous. Oh, hi, Van. I see you brought a friend with you. Heard you two butted heads over in the Harbour District. It's all war under the bridge now, right? Maybe, maybe not. I'm still pissed that we didn't finish our fight. We have your beauty's blade to thank for that. Speaking of which, I heard she and him went on a nice dinner date afterwards. Bet she treated you real good. It wasn't a date. We weren't alone either. Anyway, I heard Elaine came here specifically to deal with Almata. Still wondering how she was up to date on the situation, which she's barely had time to investigate. That's because we brought her up to speed. We've been tracking Almata's movements and had intel on their leaders, so we forwarded all the information we had to a cipher. Ah, you guys are on top of this shit. How the hell did you get the lowdown on the leaders? We have our sources. Contrary to your belief, we're not always one step behind. Fair enough. It's good that you can give Elaine a foundation to work off of. You guys are pretty damn competent, and you're more hospitable now than when I first came to Langport. As soon as we contacted HQ about Almata's movements in Langport, Elaine immediately requested to be sent here. She said she made contact with their boss once before. Maybe that's part of why she's doggedly pursuing this. Regardless, we intend to support her as best as we can. It's also be in the city's best interest to get these mafia goons out of here. Wait, I never went upstairs before in this place. I didn't see like another yellow thing to look at, so that was fine. That's part of the reason why I never went upstairs, if you know what I mean. The view from here is gorgeous tonight. I could gaze out at the stars and the lights from the eastern quarter all day. I hear the view's even more beautiful during festivals and celebrations. They line the streets with paper lanterns, apparently. Maybe I'll visit Langport during one of them and take pictures from the top of the Great Spire.
Right.
Wow. He wasn't interested at all in this. The courier man has been walking around. I've got one last delivery to make, and then I can call it a night. How many deliveries have you done? 2. Speaking of nighttime, Langport feels like a completely different city when the sun goes down. Don't get me wrong, the city's gorgeous at this time of day, but it's also scary, especially with Heiwei out in full force. I've heard all sorts of rumors about them, if even half of them are true. Ugh.
Hey, did you see? There's a new movie!
This year's film festival is going to be held in Falcom. I wonder who's going to win the award for Best Director. Personally, I'm rooting for Director Lam. Although I am a big fan of Director Goldie too, so I wouldn't mind if he won it. Okay. Every time I watch Wolves Requiem, I find new things to love about it. Director Lam is a master of his craft. I only started watching Kowloon Pictures films when I moved here, but I quickly became an avid fan. I was drawn in by their unique settings and atmospheres. Thanks to those movies, I've made friends with Easterners who have a shared interest in film.
Oops, guess that's wrong.
I can go in there at some point, maybe. I don't know. I've been asking around about those gangsters, just doing some plain old information gathering. It's a good practice for any couple bracer. It's how we got our info on Almata's executives. Well, I say we, but the credit for that belongs to a friend of mine. I need to remember to thank him later. Whether it's investigating in the field or doing our rounds, Heiwei makes things tough for us. People of the Eastern Quarter trust Heiwei more than us and the cops, so they defer to them more often than not. That's why Zhao Ling's such a huge help. People there know and respect her.
Thank you for visiting the Kowloon department store.
I don't really have the time or energy to cook dinner. I think I'll just buy enough ready-to-eat meals to last me the week. Wait, don't I do that every week? You have to be careful when handling ingredients from foreign nations, otherwise you can get really sick. In order to responsibly sell foodstuff, I've studied up on Eastern cuisine over the years, and I had my family test out my cooking. I've been getting compliments from Eastern chefs, so I think my efforts paid off.
Well,
Please step on up.
Welcome.
Until just recently, we primarily sold imported goods from the Central East and the East.
Thank you for visiting
Oh, now
the
that
Kowloon
international
department
relations with
store.
the Empire have stabilized, we can sell imports from Ordis and overland routes.
We hope
It
you
seems like
enjoy
the
your
Empire's
stay as
smaller
you browse
companies
the
have been
finest
taking an
goods
interest in
Langport
Central
has to
Eastern
offer.
goods. Our department store has been doing what it can to help mediate the Empire's trade market. The clerks here are very kind. Thanks to their advice, I was able to find some good souvenirs for my family. Now that that's out of the way, I'll be able to focus on the negotiations tomorrow with a clear head. I'll be speaking with a representative of a company that wants to put some distance between itself and the syndicate here.
Thank you for visiting the Kowloon department store.
A customer from earlier told me he came all the way to Langport just to buy a Red Star automobile. Apparently, he got a model that can only be purchased directly from the dealer. Must have been a big fan. Red Star's just getting more and more popular. Hopefully, I'll be able to work there someday. I've had a few concerns about my choice of trade as of late. Since our department store is under the Kowloon umbrella, we get a slew of orders from Heiwei. And ever since the Mafia arrived, Heiwei and the authorities have been apprehensive about the circulation of weapons. We're nearly done
Thank
with
you
our
for
nighttime
visiting the
sweep. Driving around the neighborhood's got me all psyched up. I think it's time to party the night away. Alright, here it is. Let's leave our cars here and go out for drinks. Then we'll head home first thing tomorrow. And we're not grabbing a hotel room. We're going to do some car camping.
So,
You can't be serious. We're going to go drinking? Now? Oh, I guess we should be driving. We would be driving all night if we started heading back now. I don't mind car camping, but I'm not exactly champing at the bit to sleep in this thing while drunk.
So this is the great
My company is
spire,
thinking
huh?
about working together with other foreign businesses. I'll be meeting with a representative from a company in Le Beau tomorrow. It's for the best. We can't keep relying on the Kowloon Group alone. Kowloon Financial Bank's HQ rests at the top of this great spire alongside several other offices. Many tourists love to look down on all of Langport from the observation deck there. I'd recommend you do the same if you haven't. There's a restaurant on the deck so you can dine on some of the finest cuisine Langport has to offer while taking in the night view. You're obviously one of the guys, I know that much. Shoot, yet another dead end. If only I could find a single clue. Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, don't tell me you're one of those tabloid vultures. Stalking is a crime, you know. I ain't no journalist, my dude. I don't give a rat's ass about what you're up to. Though I am kind of curious about what you meant by if only I could find a single clue. So you were eavesdropping on me, were you? Well, that's none of your business. Now leave me be. Even a superstar like me needs some time out of the spotlight. Fine, fine. Let me know if you want me to find something for you. I'd be happy to take your money. I've checked every place I could think of. Maybe I should try someplace more rural? What is going on with Maxime? I still think this plan can work. We could turn to villages outside of Cray, such as Armorica and Crossbell. We outsource the production of the ingredients for the supplement. Domestic farms can make Eastern herbal medicines uninhibited.
That's true.
I agree that we can't ignore any opportunities for advancements in Eastern medicines. But the business landscape is constantly evolving. The Central Eastern and South Sea markets have seen many changes due to the influence of Valis. And the same can be said of Ored, which used to be an import partner for agricultural goods. We have to be selective when choosing projects to back, so we need to run the numbers and look at the state of the market before deciding. Right, we seemingly have talked to everyone that isn't involved in this. And is currently out. Yeah, my apologies. If you'd like me to relay a message, I'd be happy to deliver it to him. So let's finally talk on topic.
Let me ask you something.
Welcome, Mr. Arkride. Oh, and I see Aaron is accompanying you as well. How may I help you two gentlemen this evening? We got a few questions for Hayaway. We're trying to find those damn cheaters. Do you know anything about them? Oh, we're actually in the middle of investigating that matter as we speak. We've uncovered a few things, including the fact that the cheaters are linked to A. I also know about the incident involving your friend. It's a good thing he avoided the worst case scenario. Had he not been able to pay up, he would have been handed over to A. That's about all we know at present. Sounds like their info lines up with Sid's. I'm gonna make those cheating bastards pay. Though I wouldn't have to if Hayaway would step in. They seem content with letting them roam free. If you're fine leaking us info, then I'm gonna assume Hayaway's cool with us tackling this issue however we want. Yes, you may deal with them as you see fit. Those two aren't official agents of A, so they're of little concern to us. Really now? At present, they're relaxing in their room. Would you like me to relay a message to them? Not right now. Okay, they are in here. Now there's this shady guy who isn't a member of A and isn't a member of Hayaway and isn't a bracer. Who are you? I'm assuming you're like a PI. It doesn't seem like they're making any moves. Who on earth are you?
Can we talk?
Pardon, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no need to be coy. We already know that you're keeping an eye on the Meseldam Trading Company. I can tell you're from around here, so I've got a pretty good guess as to what your real job is. I could reveal it myself. But I'll let my buddy here do the honors. Are you seriously testing me? Screw off. Fine, I'll play along. We're cutting right to the heart of the matter too. I've seen this guy around town a few times, now that I think about it, so he's residential here. He's most likely, and if Aaron knows, he doesn't know for definite he's not Hayaway, doesn't know him as a member of Hayaway. He could be a spy, but it would make more sense that he's police. We've seen all the local bracers, and this guy is not the same as any of the bracers we've seen in Edith. Given that you're doing a stakeout of this place, like a really traditional blooming stakeout too, Hayaway don't need to post someone there. They've literally got a hotel there. I guess that you're either a cop or a detective. Yeah, PI. And here I thought the Langport police were all useless, but you're out here trying to beat the stereotype. Hats off to you. Shh, keep your voices down. If you wish to talk, follow me. Not bad, kid. Don't patronize me, asshole. Don't worry, I was thinking about it already beforehand. So what can I do for the famous Langport prodigy and the Spriggan? Did you say you wanted information on the cheating duo? Yeah, all we know is that they're connected to A, but apparently they aren't official members. Got anything else for us? I do. Our primary target is A, so I don't mind divulging this information. Like you said, they aren't official members of A. The two of them and the part-time gangsters have only just been hired. Samson and Richie have made a splash in the gambling scene. They caused quite a stir back in Meseldam. Unfortunately for them, they pressed their luck. They set their sights on swindling A out of their money and they paid the price for it. They were collared and put on tight leashes. The two were given Jaeger dropout bodyguards, but otherwise they're being treated like dogs. To A, they are on the same level as the part-time gangsters. Well, ain't that convenient? So in other words, they're expendable, which means we can bring them down without fear of retaliation. What are you two plotting? Nothing, he's just messing with you. We're gonna resolve this nice and peacefully. Yeah, what he said. Thanks for the info. Right, anyway, just stay out of our way from here on.
That's probably all the relevant info we're gonna find.
What's next on the agenda? Wanna go raise some hell?
No, we're stopping at the park so we can go over everything. No hell raising.
But hell raising's fun. Guessing it's tropics broached again. 10 fortitude droplets. It's interesting because our quests are never exact amounts, are they? Doesn't bring us up to the next criteria, it takes us past it. Check nothing else is going on. So what's the plan? We're gonna bust into their hotel room and rip them a new asshole. You wish. That'd just leave a big old mess for Hayaway to clean up, and I'd rather not be indebted to Hayaway. It'd also make it harder for me to move around freely. I got a better idea. Instead of fighting with fists, I say we fight with cards. You want to gamble with them? That's right. You never struck me as the high-rolling type. I considered that option too, but I tossed the idea when I realized Sid and I wouldn't stand a chance. You confident in your card-playing skills? More or less. Although I'm probably not as self-assured as you. Jack told me you normally win 1 in every 3 games against him. That's no small feat. What if I told you I win 2 in every 5 games against him? Ah, you think you're better than me, huh? Who's calling who self-assured? I'm just speaking objectively here. I can hold my own in a round of cards. That said, our opponents are at least as good as hell. If we challenge them by ourselves, the deck will be stacked against us. So I say we up the odds by stacking our own deck with a couple of aces, or more specifically, a Jack and a Halle. You're the man with the plan. I'm surprised at how calm you are about all of this. Right back at you. Had you pegged as a dumb, reckless brat who ran headlong into danger. But tonight's taught me you can think things through. I've got brains and brawn. I'm the whole package. Don't blame you for thinking of me that way, though. I know I get into a lot of fights, but I really don't enjoy pointless conflict. The people in the eastern quarter are the closest thing I have to a family. You don't have any relatives? Nah, my mum died when I was a kid. So the people in town took me in and treated me like one of their own. Even Hayaway's had my back over the years. That used to be true of Lao Yeye too, but he's been distancing himself from me lately. Anyway, I'm just trying to do what I can for the people here. I won't let anyone tie me down, though. I've always done whatever the hell I wanted, and that's not going to change. Is that right? Wait, why the hell am I spilling my guts to you? Can we go back to talking about the plan now? Sure thing. As far as I can tell, Samson and Richie are genuine gamblers. They might be cheaters, but their skills are legit. I bet they're on another level from us. Probably fancy themselves as being on the same plane as Jack and Halle. And they want everyone else to think so too, which is why they challenged Halle. But they've steered clear of Jack so far. Which is fair, Jack's basically a living legend among gamblers. You've got to be on your A game and have all the luck in the world to take him down. Exactly, even if you're a cheating bastard, winning won't come easy against him. So we're going to make the idea of challenging him less intimidating. Any guesses as to what I have in mind? We're going to bait them with something? Oh, I get it. We're the bait. Bingo. Now, let's go get Jack and Halle on board. It's been a big, long time, but we're finally gonna get things done. It's been a big, long time, but we might see the end of this quest line. Bad tune.
Hello!
Hard to get anywhere with you around, you attention-grabbing punk.
How is it this late? The night market is
Sorry
so
for being so
fun.
popular. I can switch into my costume if it would help.
That would not help. That would make things more difficult. I can't remember where the board was in this town, just in case there was a 4 SPG quest there. What the hell was the board? Was there a board? Is there a board? Why is there a board? I thought it would be down this street. But we know where we're going anyway. Probably just ran straight past it.
This must be the eastern quarter.
Well, I'm bad at board. I feel like we picked up our quest by just going to them or got them from phones here or something. I don't know. Anyway, I've gone past it now. Got completely bamboozled by my own line of thinking.
Always got booze to look forward to.
Here we go. Hey, I've got some news on the investigation. Want me a glass, Hal? Sure thing. I'll be happy to serve you on the house if you can get this cheetah business sorted out. Don't expect any alcohol, though. Now sit your asses down. Tell me what you've learned. Gotcha. I think we finally got a good handle on the situation. It's pretty much exactly as we imagined. Those who can't pay up are forced to do grunt work for Armata. These guys are the scum of the earth. We can't let them get away with this. So what do you think about my plan? Not a bad one. If you join up with me while Aaron pairs up with Hal, they might accept our challenge. They'd piss themselves if they had to face both you and Hal. But we might get them to bite if you two are teaming up with a couple of fresh faces. Remember, the two of us still have to pull our own weight. We can't expect Jack and Halle to carry our asses. You'll be fine. I know full well you're no amateurs, so I'm confident you'll do great out there. I think this is a solid plan. Don't you think so too, Jack? Yeah, of course. But before we go charging in, I want you guys to memorize some signs. Oh. So we're cheating the cheaters, huh? I don't mind fighting fire with fire. Does that mean we're cool with passing cards to each other underneath the table? Let's not go overboard. Then again, I'm sure our opponents will be doing that some too. Oh yeah, I should mention that you and I will have a different set of signs from Jack and Van. We don't got much time, so let's get right into it. When I put my right hand over my face, I need you to discard the king. Is this something I need to write down again? Right. Right hand face equals D-king. D-king. You'll do that when we're changing cards. If I rest my chin on both hands, that's your cue to discard the queen. Oh my god, this is going to be quite a lot. Chin, both hands equals D-queen. What? And if I scratch my head, I want you to discard the jack. Scratch head equals D-jack. Scratch head equals D-jack. To be honest, I could totally remember this without the writing if it's only that many signs. Those are the 3 signs I'll use when I'm aiming for 4 of a kind. So I'll be counting on you to get those cards in my hand. However, if you're 1 card away from a straight flush, then toss out any cards you don't need. Okay. I think I would do that anyway. But I'll write it down. 1 card away. Straight flush. Discard any card. Don't need. Like, I totally get... I do that anyway. When you do that, I'll be sure to get you the card that'll lead us to victory. Got it. Alright, one more thing. If I cough, I want you to drop out of the match. Okay, coughing is folding? Coughing equals fold. That's a lot of commands, man. I'll only use this sign if I think our opponents have a better hand than us. Always good to know when to quit. And that's about it. Got it memorized? To be honest, I think I'll be fine with that. So it is right hand over eye is get rid of the king. Both hands on chin was queen. I am right. Scratch head is jack. 1 card away, discarding the card I don't need. Got it. Yeah, shit. Yep, I've committed it all to memory. Same for me. Sounds like we're all ready. Then all that's left is to call them up. Remember, we'll have to head straight there once we do. Let me know when you're ready to go. I do love the chat. And now that I've been...
Confirming your plans. Confirming your plans.
That's your hollow, is it? Interesting. So the board is supposedly up here. opposite the fake
The
guy.
night market is so fun. How is it this late?
Oh, there it is. It's really
Let's
tucked
see what
in,
we've
isn't
got.
it? Good. We did have everything, so I didn't need to worry about that at all. It's better to check than miss it completely. Just because it says you've got all doesn't mean a new one can't be posted, right?